Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me. And I can't choose why I want.
Hey, folks, here we are. We're in the car. Chevy Equinox. Thanks to Chuckster, we got his mom's car. And out of Staten Island and onto the road. We're in Midtown Manhattan going to Philadelphia. That car is parked.
Yeah, this is just stopped.
Okay, we already had a mishap with the driving. What are you, a woman?
Yeah.
Did you hear that news story about the lady who drove 100 miles an hour into a wall, killing her boyfriend and his friend?
No, that sounds like a setup to a joke. Street
True
joke.
story. There was a Jew, a black, and an Asian in the car. Oh, but,
The Asian was driving.
Well, that was my point. That doesn't bode well for the lady drivers, this news story.
No, ladies, they can't drive. They can't think. They can't do anything for themselves. They got tiny brains. And all they're good for is sex.
They can vote. They got that.
That's true. 1924, I think. I got a joke about it. I can't remember. 1934. Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, 20.
1920.
1920 even. Yeah, I looked it up in Spain. We were ahead of Spain. I think Spain was like 33.
Hey, we're
Yeah.
hitting a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're pretty good, I think. First moon landing, first...
I think first black president in a predominantly white country.
That can't be true.
I'm going to go ahead and call it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to, Chuck, don't Goog it because you'll crash.
Yeah, you're driving. No black presidents and predominantly white. So just a higher percentage white than black.
Well, obviously Nigeria has had a black
Certainly.
pres.
But South Africa, what's the percentages there? Is that more whites or more blacks? Because they got Nelson Mandela. Wasn't he president or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Is he
Mandela
dead?
effect.
Mandela.
I think he died recently, but people thought he got out of jail, but he was still in jail. Or they thought he died. What the hell is the Mandela effect?
Yeah, I think he was in a porno or Two Girls, One Mandela. I don't know. I can't keep up with the old Nelsie.
Yeah, I always confuse him with Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Was Nelson Mandela in Shawshank, or is my father gay?
I think he was in Along Came a Spider. One of those, half Nelson.
By the way, very difficult to do a podcast driving through Midtown Manhattan because I want to just keep yelling and grabbing the steering wheel like Chuck's my wife.
Yeah. There's another one, Caitlyn Jenner, right? When she turned into a lady.
Right away.
Right away. Classic.
Yep. Who do you think the worst drivers are? Can we get into that conversation?
Well, see, the Asians are the stereotype, but then they come out with the fucking skid, drift, rice rocket shit.
Tokyo Drift?
Yeah, I mean, it's a Bill Burr bit, but he's like, it's weird because Asians are bad drivers stereotypically, but then you have the whole Tokyo Drift scene.
Oh, right. They're doing the flip-de-floos.
Yeah, they get skid right into a parking spot, which is a great point. So it's yin and yang, no pun intended.
Boy, that... We've talked about it before. I think I called you on the phone. I wrote you a letter. We did it on the podcast. But that Nathan For You episode where he has the Asian parking attendant, that's the hardest I've laughed at a television program in all of my life.
Wow, that's
It
feather in your cap.
That one really got me. Now, for those at home, we're driving past the old Carolines.
Yes.
And we had a New Year's Eve together. Were you on that New Year's Eve?
You better believe. I got that picture frame. Me, you, Soder, Veter, and Wolf.
The Wolf, yes,
and
right
Velez.
here. Right here, and Sarah came and met up, and which was disappointing because I was trying to make out with the Wolf at midnight, or Veter. Veter's a little low.
Yeah,
You gotta really bend.
You're too tall for the Veed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was going to tell you to go before the pedestrians. I know.
You're in no
You
man's
hesitated.
land.
We are the people right now in the crosswalk.
Yeah.
I know you had a little space, and I was about to tell you, but that's all right. We'll just be
You're
this
all right.
guy.
You're all right. It's a red light anyway.
The key to driving in Manhattan, you just have to accept occasionally that you're like, I'm a fuck up.
yes. Yes.
Even though it wasn't your fault.
You give everybody that weird shoulder shrug where you're like, I'm sorry.
You're like, I know. And I try to be mindful of this in Manhattan
Metal
when
jacket.
I'm on on foot and somebody gets stuck in the crosswalk to not be the guy that's like, hey, The fuck? Because you're like, dude, I was taking a left and the thing, the boop, boop.
Yeah, but it is fun to slap a cab, isn't it?
It really is. Ratso Rizzo.
Or a woman. I'm walking here.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman. He was really something.
That's the other fake move is when you're crossing the street and you do the little weird hip hop move, a little hoppity hop to show that you're applying a little speed.
Oh, right. Dane had a bit like that.
Oh, really?
Very funny. So we're driving by Caroline's many a night in there.
Oh, I hooked up with a bartender years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
The dude?
Yeah, hot guy. It was a Dion Cole. No, but we'd go to Playwrights Tavern and get real blotto.
Yes, that was a big time. That's where I met my ex-girlfriend. And
Wow, Becca.
Yeah, that's right. And I was on stage bombing. I had to follow Will Sylvince, who was killing.
Wow.
We weren't friends at the time. Not we weren't enemies, but I didn't know him.
Asian.
And he murdered, and he just kind of buried me. It was a tough crowd. Sometimes Caroline's could be rough.
Oh, yeah.
And I was killing for two women in the back. And I was like, I don't know who's back there, but I'm in love with you.
Yes.
And then they came up after, and they were like, we were the women. And I was like,
wow.
And she was hot. Her mom was hot. I should have gone for the mom because the daughter didn't work out great for me.
Yeah. Well, you had a good run. You went to Peru.
Yeah, great run. That was when we were broken up. But yeah, great run, great time. I saw her shit her pants in a tent.
Whoa.
That was intense.
Wow. It was a Skid Row?
Yeah, it was. She got real sad. I don't know if she drank the water or what happened. I've been in South America sick myself.
Oh, yeah.
In Ecuadorks. And we were down there in Peru, and I don't know what she bit into or if it was me. You know, I kept trying to have sex with her, so maybe that was it.
There you go. She couldn't stand the sight of you nude.
But she got wonky in the stomach and horribly sick, barfing all night. And we were sharing like a two-person tent.
Ooh.
And she kept like just unzipping and just barfing out the back, and I was rubbing the back, and then just a real, what do you call it? Shart.
Oh, no.
And I can picture the underwear, too. Black and white, thick stripes.
Wow. More black now after that. Or now it's brown and black.
Brown, black, and,
Yeah.
yucky, sticky, gooey.
Woo. What do you do
something.
there? Did the boner go down or?
Well, no boner at this moment because she was dying. I'm not really into that. So then I was just kind of doing the back row. And then she was so sick that I think eventually she just slept with a big shit in her pants in a two-person tent.
Did she know you knew? Because sometimes you think you got away with it, but you were right there with a front row seat to that Shark Tank.
Well, she was the level of sick. I think this might be Bobby Kelly / Bill Burr's old place.
Is that right?
One of these. They might have been 47th.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
But, yeah, Bobby took over Burr's place.
And then DeRosa took it after that.
Oh, that's right. And Soder used to house sit there.
Wow.
And the first You Know What Dude I ever did was there on a phone. We recorded on a phone.
Wow. Now we're back full circle.
Yeah. But anyways, I think at that moment she was so sick that it wasn't even like, I'm sorry. She was just like, blah. It was like that vulnerable. It was like she was my baby.
Yes. I had a similar thing. I got during Hurricane Sandy, we lost power for like 4 days in our apartment. And after about the third day, it goes full third world country. No holds bar. What do you call that? Martial law.
Yes. Marshall Lynch.
Yes. Marshall Mathers. And full martial law, baby screaming. You hear glass breaking. There's all the street lights are out. But we had no hot water because of the heat, the gas.
Water.
So I had to sit in a tub that we would boil water on the stove and then pour a pot into the tub. Then boil more water, pour it into the tub. So eventually you got a little bit of hot water, just a surface right on the bottom. It covered just one ball sack. And I would get in and then she would pour water over me as I shampooed. It was like we were in the like frontiersmen.
Yeah, you're like Billy the Kid.
Yes. It was a, what do you call it? Not a pioneer. Is it a pioneer?
Yeah, pioneer, Klansman, cowboy.
What's the thing with the gold, with the panning?
Gold Rush, 49er.
Yeah, I guess the 49er.
Yosemite Sam.
Prospector! That's
Nice.
the one I was looking for.
Yeah, you're like a cowboy, wanted dead or alive.
Dead or alive. But yeah, very vulnerable. Your little dick's out. You're wet and dry and dirty. And yeah, she's pouring water on my head. It was we really connected.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to connect. But that was a hell of a trip I did down there in Peru.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had a tour guide, like a Sherpa guy. His name was Kike.
Kike!
Couple funny jokes. I thanked him in my CD album, but they didn't put the little mark on there.
Norman?
So
the accent?
The Kike. So there's just a horrible racial slur in the thank yous of my CD.
I didn't even catch it.
Like one of the worst ones. It literally just...
Was Sam pissed? He's like, wait a minute.
I don't know. I mean, it's not pretty, but
wow,
it's in there. And this is a different time. I mean, you could just put like...
It reminds me of that special I did in Niger.
I mean, it's ugly, and many people own it. So
wow, we got to pull that up. Put that graphic in later.
We'll put the photo in right here. I'll send it to you. Green light, Chuck.
Red light, green light, yellow.
So, anyways, Kike. Somehow he got mixed up. He thought my name was John. I don't know how or why, but
J-O.
It got too deep in there.
Yep.
Where I couldn't correct him. And so we were doing all this hiking, and we were hiking 8, 9, 10 miles a day, and we hiked up the Salcantay Trail, and one of the days you really summit this mountain, and it took everything I had, and this is the day after she was sick, so she was riding a horse, and she didn't get to hike the main thing. I mean, she was like hanging on to it like Apollo Creed at the end of Rocky 1.
Right, it's like what's that movie with Tarantino? God damn.
Django?
Eight dirty
Hateful
men.
Eight.
Hateful Eight.
8 men out.
8's enough.
So she was all banged up. And at one point, I remember, too, there was a, a language barrier type of thing. And I said, God, it just hurts my heart that she's not able to hike. And the guy was like, your heart hurts? And I was like, oh, no, it's like a saying. Emotional, that's all. But he thought I was dying. And then I got to the top of this mountain, and it was like the toughest hiking I've ever done. Like, where you just kind of hike like your heel to your toe. Like, that slowly you're walking. And finally, I summited, and he was like, it was like this great moment, and I was imagining my family rooting me on, even though they don't.
Sure.
And then I got there, and he was like,
fantasy.
He was like, that away, John. All right, John. And it was in that moment I thought I should correct, but I couldn't, and so I just had to be John. While I had like the greatest moment of my life.
Well, John sounds like a cooler guy.
I guess so.
You're hiking. You're helping your lady. You're hanging out with a Kike. John's living. John's like an outdoorsman.
Oh, I live, baby. John, I was in Ecuador shitting my pants recently.
But I'm saying John has a family that cares, and they're rooting for him.
I see.
It's a different world.
John and Joe. Good show.
John and Joe in the morning.
Hello, folks. We're driving by the Javits Center, home of the Hillary Clinton. I don't want to get politics, but whatever your thoughts on whoever, pretty hilarious that they had see-through plastic confetti and they were going to shatter the glass ceiling, and they just never got the chance to.
Yeah. Would they give that to the homeless? I don't know what you do with all that confetti. It's a real waste, but. I remember, we've talked about it before, I was at a bar with the lady. We were just getting together, 2016, and we were at a bar in the East Village, and everybody goes, here we go. It was like watching the Bills versus, the Cowboys. You're like, all right, this will be easy. And boom, the old twisteroo, and the whole bar was just speechless. Everyone's mouth was agape, and every guy had to pretend to care because he was trying to get laid. It was tough.
Yeah, it's one of those things, I'm not thrilled with the way it went, but that just removed from everything, the idea of being like, all right, let's get the glass confetti.
Yeah.
And here we go. And then just being like, nah, don't pull it.
Yeah.
Save that for another time.
I know. Some guy set that up. Some Guatemalan guy with his whole family set that up, and they go, no, not happening, Kike. And he went, what the fuck? That's not fair.
And then he yelled Kike without the dash. Woo! What can you do? Well, she tried her best, the little lady.
Yeah, she had a good run. I mean, she got cheated on and lost an election. I'm surprised she hasn't killed herself yet.
Yeah, didn't visit a few states, and
that's how they get you.
Extremely unlikable human being, but what can you do?
That was always the Chris Rock angle. You got to go to Cleveland. When you're touring, you got to go to Cleveland. She didn't go to Cleveland, and that's why she lost.
Hey, that's not a bad impression.
Oh, thank you.
It's not a great one, but it's not terrible.
I was doing my super.
Now we're driving through the Lincoln Tunnel. We're under the water right now. Isn't that always wild?
I still can't figure out how you build something underwater. Are they in scuba suits hammering away? How does that work?
I believe they dig under the surface.
No, we haven't gone that low yet.
I'm telling you, I don't think it's that deep. I think they screw right up in there,
So
like Mario Brothers.
We're not going through the river. We're going under the river.
We're going under the river, I believe.
I don't know. It feels like we're not that deep. This is a deep river we got here. This is the East River.
That's a good point. Are we descending right now?
That feels like a
descending?
slight descent.
Of apes?
Descendants.
Descendants descending.
Good movie.
I don't know. I think. Derek explained it to me one time. He's an engineer. But I don't know. I guess they dam it.
Damn
somehow.
it to hell. I think you build a tunnel around the tunnel, but then you still got to build that tunnel.
Yeah,
I don't
they build
know.
that tunnel.
Tunnel vision.
Ooh. Aren't you grateful they did it? All this stuff. But then you worry about the infrastructure because there's apartments that fall apart in Florida. Remember that story?
Oh, the Miami condo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's shattered like Biden's femur.
So I don't know. I don't know how they do it. How did they do that?
Now, you hate the Trumper, but are you cool with Biden going again? Because he seems a little wackadoo.
Well, he's not ideal. I mean, none of these people are
Sure.
ideal. He's 80 years. I mean, we start talking politics. I mean, seriously. And by the way,
all
I'll
right.
get all the heat for it. You heard it here. Mark is asking political questions.
I'm asking. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. How about that Chris Christie's fat?
Only I'll get it. Biden, I have a good friend that we share. He thinks Biden is one of the best presidents ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know. I don't think he's so great at talking or walking
Sure.
or thinking. But
I think Afghanistan was good. He likes the little ladies, but I do think some of the cities are crumbling.
But that can't be put on him. That's the local infrastructure.
I see.
But I don't know. He did something with the economy's not as bad as it could have been. The Afghanistan, the other bill, he saved some land in the Grand Canyon or something like that.
And I'd like to party with his son.
Yeah, he seems like a fun time. But
Oh, yeah.
80, not ideal. But Trump is kind of like, was it you and I talking about it yesterday? Like, president is the only job he could get.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he would not get hired for literally any other job. They
that's
would
a
look at
great
his resume
point.
and be like, well, you've been indicted 14 times. You had
Right.
9 businesses fail. You lied about this. You cheated on that.
Yeah.
And your hair's a little funny.
Right.
But president, I think he's like the favorite.
Yeah, isn't that wild? I mean, it's like Chris Rock's bit. McDonald's probably wouldn't hire him. They'd be like, you got a criminal record.
That's what I was thinking. That's what we were talking about
I
yesterday.
see.
Marion Barry. I knew it was connecting somewhere. We watched
Smoke
the Bring
crack.
the Pain.
Smoke crack, got his job back.
But yeah, if you went into McDonald's and you were like, hey, how's it going? What are your previous works? Well, I started a school that we ripped a
Failed.
bunch of people off, and I started a meat club that ripped a bunch of people off.
A
and,
meat club. That's a great gay bar.
and I've been indicted 58 times in 3 days.
What'd you do last night? My asshole hurts from the meat club.
But yeah, Biden, he's not ideal. I think a president should be in his 50s.
I like 50s.
Between 45 and 55 would be a nice sweet spot, I think.
Yeah, give me Clooney.
Yeah, nice Clooney. I mean, Tom Hanks could run. I think he's 85.
Oh,
But
yeah. He's like a Reagan, a big actor.
the actor? I don't know. I think Rogan could run and win in a landslide, that fella.
Oh, yeah. Wow, Ronald Reagan.
But
he doesn't want the gig, obviously. He's got a great life.
Yeah, he'd take quite a pay cut. Boy, look at this view. You folks at home can't. Giant cruise ship that we were just right in front of.
Wow, look at that. You can really see. Isn't it weird you have to be away from New York to see New York?
Exactly. You can't see the trees from the woods or whatever.
Can't see Peter. That's true. And you don't want to live over here. I guess you do.
But can I just talk about this for a
Please,
brief moment?
please,
A call
tell
to
the people.
action, if you will.
Yes, CTA.
Currently, right now, call Thomas Anderson.
That was great. Count it.
Right now, as we speak, I've just been notified that my fucking special has been demonetized and suppressed outside of the algorithm because I say cunt in the
Wow.
special in the 27th minute. I say
Wow.
cunts basketball. And many people have told me that's the best joke on the special.
I love that joke.
You know what I love, by the way? I'm having a nice thing. is I've had like 30 different jokes messaged to me, be like, this is the best joke on there.
Great.
That's a good feeling. It always hurts when everyone just tells you the one joke.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, geez, I guess I had one joke on there.
Exactly. You go, is that the only good one?
But anyway, so yeah, I'm dealing with this right now in real time, and it makes me want to just really jump right off the bridge we just drove over. I guess it was a tunnel.
It makes you want to call YouTube. Like, give me the present, just explain it to me. What's the problem? It's a comedy special. You didn't call a woman a cunt. You're saying it's a team. I mean, it's so arbitrary and silly. It's a public forum. It's what are we doing here?
Yeah, it's a real bummer. It's a comedy special, and it's gonna do a serious disservice to YouTube because we've all been, everyone's like, you can just do it on YouTube, take it to YouTube, make your movie, put it on YouTube. And now, I don't know, Stavros was having this problem. He did an episode with Santino, and that was in it. I think they demonetized that or took it down, and it had like 100,000 views in one day, and then now it has 110,000 views.
Oh my God.
And so that's what I'm looking at right now.
This happened to me with Glassman. I did Rick Glassman's, and we usually have a pretty good rapport, and he was like, this is going to get 250 easy, and we got about 105 because I think I said something offensive.
Yeah, it's really horrible, and I think Tuesdays with Stories has been demonetized, so...
It's not good because YouTube used to be the place to be, and now it's going to be some new young buck's going to come out. We're all going to move to a funner neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. So, Jack's got something to add?
We can upload straight to Twitter the whole episodes now.
Yeah, but
Is
now
that
you're
right?
that guy.
That's true, yeah.
I mean, that's what Theo Vaughn did, and he got like 8 million views on it because
What?
everyone has to see it now. His Roseanne episode got taken away because Roseanne said some Holocaust shit, and then he goes, well, fuck it, and he tweeted about it, and Elon Musk tweeted back and said, put it on here, and just all the buzz got 8 million views.
Wow.
So it actually did better.
Wow.
So you could tweet at old Muskie.
Yeah, maybe
Muskrat.
I'll do that. I was thinking about maybe I'll play up the angle. I'm being suppressed, all that
Yes.
stuff. Fight the power, guys. Get
That's
on
what Schultz
Schultz
did.
and MSNBC or whatever. Maybe not MSNBC. Probably not the best space. But you know,
Well, send them the clip of the fiery thing, and they'll book you.
that's what's ironic, by the way. The C word joke is like progressive. I'm saying we used to treat
Right.
women shittily.
Right. They don't. It's no nuance. It's all some robot who heard cunt and malfunction.
Exactly. So
Yeah, Giannis had the great point. He's like, people are looking at their screen so much, they're becoming AI. That's why, like that New York Times thing you commented, they didn't get the joke. It's almost the irony. We're losing our nuance.
right.
We're
yes.
becoming robots.
That's a good point. They're flagged or whatever you call it, strike, whatever they call that.
Yes.
They
God
just-
hates flags.
They just hear the word and go like, bloop, bad.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's no nuance or irony or context. It's just word-based.
Yeah, so now, and then I was talking to my associate over there at YouTube, and he's like, well, we could just cut the joke out. And I'm like, I'm not just taking a 3-minute chunk out of my special.
No, it's a good joke. Bleep it if anything, but can you go in and go, bitches? You
Well,
know?
maybe, but we've already appealed once. So now it's like we have to appeal a second time. By the, speaking of Elon Musk, is a fucking, what do you call that
Tesla.
thing? Trailer full of Teslas in front of us.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled.
But it's a good-looking car.
It's a hell of a fun ride, too.
Nice vehicle. But it does better than the electric vehicle you had, supposedly,
Yes. I still don't want one because you got to keep your eye out for that supercharger all day long, whereas a gas station you see every 2 minutes.
Right. But any farts. So, yeah, being suppressed. So, please go watch it, spread the word, fight the power. Maybe I'll be one of these guys, you know, like these
Grifters?
well, the people that are like, they got me,
Right.
you know, help me out or whatever.
Yeah, you'll be at the Capitol in a year.
Because Schultz, he blew up because he was on Barry
Huge.
Weiss because he had to change something or something.
Yeah. Too offensive. Some streamer wouldn't have him. Whatever the story is, but he made a cool $5 million because of it.
All right, I'll make $5 million.
Yes.
Why not?
He spun it into gold, and then Louis said, I made $7 million, and he said, all right, thanks.
Oh, boy, we're about to crash. Ah.
Is that an Equinox in front of us?
That's doesn't say Equinox. Oh, it does say Equinox. It's just really hard to see. What a weird job they did.
Oh,
putting that
yeah.
on there.
That's no contrast. It's like when a black guy gets a tattoo. That doesn't pop, you know?
Uh-huh.
You should seriously talk to comedy publications about this. They'll all do stories about it.
You got a story
They'll
now.
all share it.
What are the comedy publications?
Laugh Button, Vulture Comedy, right?
Yeah, all
I
those.
guess so.
There's a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
try that.
Terabang, whatever that is.
Maybe I'll try Rogan. Maybe this will get me on Rogan.
There you go.
Yes,
That's
he loves
good.
this kind of shit.
Joe, they suppressed me.
Yeah, because he's off YouTube, so he can talk shit.
Okay, there we go.
Spotify, baby.
This is my chance. I've never done the show.
I will say, I do think you should throw it up on Twitter as well. Fuck it.
The whole special?
Yeah.
Nothing but the special?
I
So help me
mean-
God.
I do, but I think you throw it up on Twitter because the Theopod's an hour and 40. This is an hour.
Right, interesting. Okay, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll try to really work the angles, because that's what everyone else does. They work the angle. Some people are like, nobody wanted this, so take it and do it.
Tag Rogan, tag Musk, tag Alex Jones. Get the whole gang behind it.
I'll just take a hard right. Just go, fuck it.
Yeah. Get what's it, Ben Shapiro on your ass? All of it.
Maybe I'll try that. I don't know. It's very, very disappointing because I spent quite a chunk of money and we were really cooking.
Cruising.
And now, even appealing, you can't get back the momentum you had.
No, it's over.
I'm fucked.
I know. And then it's kind of like the algo's weird because you can get your fans because you got what, 60, 80,000 followers, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you get them out of the gate, but you need the world to see. You need to really hit the internet.
Yeah, you need to get it outside of there.
Yes.
Like we talked about it, a lot of the comments are like, this special fucking rules. It's all pipes. And you're like, I appreciate the pipes.
Right.
Love the gays. I need the gays. We love the gays more than anything in the world. They're all over the place. But for the special's sake, you want to you want to see, holy shit, never heard of this asshole.
Exactly.
What the hell's a pipe? Why is everyone saying pipes?
Yes. What is he, a crackhead? Is this Whitney Houston?
Why is everyone calling him gay? This guy's classic.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's why sometimes I'll post an Instagram video and I'll just tag BT. I'll tag, trans activists. Just get it out there.
Yeah, that's not bad. Well, I said this before. I don't know if it was on the air or off, but this is how I know you've cracked into the lexicon. Because 100% of the people that go, two's gays, it's all pipes, they look exactly like Chuck.
Oh.
But you get like 58-year-old guys in business suits, and I see like an old man with a cane being like, Mark Norman! And there's like girls with pigtails and stuff. So you're in the mix. I mean, still no minorities, of course.
Sure.
But, you got all ages.
Well, sounds like the perfect demo. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I remember Sal Volcano had that. I was standing on McDougal Street with him 8 years ago, and an old man pulled up, a bus full of migrants, a black guy tap dancing. They all knew him.
Yeah, he's big. I mean, I did that cruise, and he just had a sea of people, and we like randomly walked by, and I was like, oh, we'll say hi to Sal. We'll just wait for him to sign these tits or whatever.
Yeah.
And about 45 minutes later, the group had just tripled, and it was like, wow, he can't say hello to us.
He's a busy son of an onion, but he always makes time. You were just on the Buds.
Yes, love the Buds.
Yes, great
Now,
bud.
There you go. He's one of the best in the business, one of the nicest guys of all time.
Great guy. Again, did that wedding video for my friend whose mom died or dad died. Crazy.
No one's ever been like, who I hate? Sal Volcano.
Not once.
I mean, maybe someone on, some asshole watching the TV show or something.
Sure. I think one of the jokers hates. I don't know. One guy fell off. Oh, all right. Moving on.
All right, this is gonna be all cut up.
Cut it up. Well, YouTube hates us anyway, so it's not like it's monetized. How do you like that, YouTube?
How you like them apples, folks?
Oh yeah.
Well, we're here on the Jersey Turnpike. We're basically doing my future commute.
Weird.
Here we are. This will be me driving back after Tuesdays, just being like, well, I think we did it. I think we said jizz a couple times.
Yeah, just to fuck with Joe, you should throw on the Sopranos music, because this is the ride he takes.
Oh,
Your
right.
favorite show.
Yeah, The Sopranos. It's quite a program.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic show.
I'm telling you guys, got to watch Telemarketers. It's killer.
That's a show?
It's a show. It's a docu-series on HBO about these like, nincompoops, these like ne'er-do-wells in New Jersey who are all ex-cons, and they all steal money from old people, and they got the whole thing documented.
Oh, that's fun.
It's great. It's so well done. They're all doing heroin while on the phone and like nodding off.
And say where it's on again? Sorry, I got
HBO.
distracted. H to the Bizzo. Well, we're driving by Newark, and I'm just picturing myself driving here with like a baby carriage
Weird.
and being like, oh God.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Here it sounds. What's that?
Oh, okay, great.
Right. When I'm driving here, we should go long because I might have to take a couple things out of this fucking episode.
All right.
Driving by here right now, you're just like, wow, I can't imagine living out here.
It's an ugly state, I got to tell you that. I mean, there's moments.
Well, Jersey is beautiful off of the turnpike.
Yes.
It's the Garden State. It's the Garden State for a reason. The Jersey Shore is spectacular. There's a lot of great parks and rolling hills and green grass.
And beaches.
But my God,
Good movie.
this stretch of 95, yikes, and there's a 747 coming right at us.
Woo! It's like Wayne's World.
That's a great film.
Oh, yeah. Didn't hold up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying recently.
It's a little slow.
And what's his toes? I think
is
we
my
had this
son.
exact conversation. But Matt Wayne thinks the second one's better than the first one.
Well, that's the cuckoo bananas, but Christopher Walken I find a little off-putting. I know that's a controversial take, but I don't know if I can't. He's the same guy in every movie. He's weird looking. The voice.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I don't have much to push back on.
Oh,
here.
wow. All right. No push.
I mean, I love Walken. He's great in The Deer Hunter, but it's very
that's
much
true.
like, Scott Bow.
Yeah, he had this watch up his ass for 20 years or whatever. I don't know. It's the same guy. And then he's the same guy in Wayne's World 2. He's the same guy in True Romance.
I mean, we're gonna forget about it.
Bring
Everything
it
I said
on.
will be fine now. But I think he's great in Annie Hall as the kook, and
Yeah.
he's great in The Deer Hunter, and he's great in Pulp Fiction. But I don't see him as he's
no range.
Yeah, he's not Tom Hardy or
No. Like, he couldn't play
Gary
Elvis.
Oldman. No, that'd be funny.
That would
I'm
be
all
funny.
shook up.
Like Tom Hardy could do a version of Elvis.
Absolutely, Tom Hardy can do anything, including my asshole on a Friday.
Yeah. That camera's hotter than Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy's fucking unbelievable. And by the way, people are going to be, as someone that had a movie podcast, people are going to be furious. You say anyone new is better than anyone old, you're dead-zo. They're
Really?
like, what, are you crazy?
Okay.
Are you fucking nuts?
Well, look, I like Walken. I think he's
I like running, too.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, but I just don't. There's no range. He's the same guy. But again, so is Bill Murray, and I love him.
Yeah, I don't know. Murray's got range. He's got
Okay.
some range.
I'll take it.
I mean, Lost in Translation is very different than Caddyshack.
True.
Although he is the worst part of Caddyshack.
Ooh, boy, now that's going to get you some heat.
Oh, come on. Anyone that thinks Bill Murray's not the fourth best character
Well, fourth best is still better than the worst.
of the main
Okay.
main characters.
So you go Ted Knight, then Rodney,
No,
then Chevy.
I just rewatched it literally yesterday. I mean, it doesn't matter how long ago I watched it. I've seen it 350 times.
Uh-huh.
It's Chevy and Ted Knight are 1 and 2.
No chance. Ted takes it.
I'm saying they're 1 and 2. They're definitely the top 2.
Okay.
But I can go back and forth. They're 1 and 1A, if that makes more sense. I'm just saying definitively there's a drop, then Rodney, then Bill Murray. Bill Murray's character, I'm a huge Bill Murray guy.
It's a little silly.
It's ridiculous. I mean, I do love, so I got that going for me. I mean, the speech is great.
Yeah.
And the scene with Chevy Chase is amazing.
Yeah.
Pool of the pond.
And I love a movie like that because you picture the behind the scenes, the coke, the girls, the hotels, the kegs, the booze. I just love the partying aspect.
It's an amazing film. And Brian Doyle, by the way, he's no slouch.
Oh, he's great.
It's a fine product. Pick up that blood.
Yeah, he's good.
It's jarring when you go directly from Caddyshack to Bubble Boy because he puts on about 350 pounds between the two films.
Don't forget Groundhog Day.
Yeah, even in that. I mean, he was skinny in Caddyshack only. I think he must have been doing coke.
Was he that fat in the sign?
Not that he's fat, but like he's thin. He's like a small, petite man in Caddyshack.
Yeah, I love you.
It's a fine product. That voice is like, he might have the most distinct voice in the history of comedy behind Bobcat. And
very Chicago.
It's got like this grizzle to it.
Yeah, apparently, nothing on that plate but grizzle and fat. Apparently, Great Outdoors, Bill Murray used to run that house with an iron fist. He was a fucking fist fight guy with a big temper.
No kidding. Yeah, I heard he's a bit of a psycho.
Oh, yeah. I've heard he's throwing a few ladies around, and I don't want to speak out of school.
Well, he's hilarious in Caddyshack also, but like to me, that arc of him chasing a fucking puppet around is the least funny thing. I mean, if I kill every golfer in the course, they're gonna lock me up and throw away the key. That's gold.
Right.
There's some gold. I don't want people yelling at me saying, "Oh, you think you're funnier than Bill Murray?" That's how it happens.
Yeah, exactly.
But Chevy Chase to me is so funny because you were born to lick you first. Rub you first, whatever.
Very understated.
He's so fucking funny in it, and the oil and the
the little thing. I love the Perrier bottles with the cap off, and he goes, "Oh!" He like pops it off fake.
Yes, that and the line I do all the time. You're not good. One of my go-to lines, and boy, he's gold. But Ted Knight, yes, every second of Ted Knight is amazing.
I didn't want to do it. I felt like I had to. Yeah.
He's unbelievable. And Rodney's also great, but he just so doesn't feel like a guy in a movie.
No. He's doing his act.
It's like a cartoon character, but he's great. The man's a menace. Anyways,
all right.
That was Caddyshack talk with Joe.
What were we talking about before that? Oh, student driver. That's fun.
It is. That's a fine product.
That's 3.
I don't know what the hell were we talking about. Driving to New Jersey, moving to New Jersey.
Oh yeah,
Christopher
Jersey.
Walken.
Jersey's got some problems, but boy, that Asbury Park is pretty. I mean, Atlantic City's got AIDS, but the Jersey Shore is gorgeous, except for the people ruin it.
While I'm doing this drive, I'm like, I can't move down here.
No, you can't.
Who am I kidding? This is insane.
Can't do it.
Would still be 45 minutes from my house.
And it just think about like if you live in Queens, just crossing that river is a little mental thing. But now crossing a state line.
Yeah. Still just throwing river. You're going to have a river crossing soon.
I know, and I'm not happy about it.
No, I still can't believe it. I can't wrap my head around it. I think you're going to be there for 3 weeks before you pack it up and get divorced.
You might be right, but wait till you see this palace.
Well, the palace is nice, but you're not one for being home. I've never
That's
seen you
true.
at home ever.
That
I've gone
is
to your
true.
home when you weren't there, literally.
What, you fucking the wife?
Literally in there being like, yeah, he said he was going to be here. And she's like, we're just staring at each other, tapping the walls.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, it was a long time ago. It was before you were married. Don't worry about it. Doesn't
see.
count.
Well,
I was quick.
I was showering at another home, I'm sure. But I think when we both have a couple of rugrats, you tend to be a homebody. They say even the male body gains weight as like a protection thing, like because you might go without eating because you got to feed your young. Fast the body, Jerry. It's a real mad scientist.
I'm hoping to breastfeed.
Yes.
I'm going to give it a crack anyways.
Men can do that now.
But no, I like to be home. I'm a big home guy. As soon as I wrap up, I go right out that door. I say, see you later, alligator.
Yeah. You because I feel like you used to have, you had the art of the hang. And now you got to get home.
Well, but I do a lot of hanging at home. Like every Sunday, I have people over my house every single Sunday.
True.
I got 5, 6, 7 people there. Friday night, we had a bunch of people over. Saturday, I went out to Forest Hills. But first, we hung in the backyard. I like to sit and smoke and have a hang. I just don't want to be at the bar or the club or the thing. I don't want others getting involved.
Yeah,
someone
that's
going,
what it
hey,
is.
mind if I hitch a ride? Oh, hey, I saw you at the thing. And then we got some dude with us.
Yeah, that is a real stinker. I remember I was at the Bridgetown Comedy Fest years and years ago with Nate Bargatze. We're sitting at a restaurant, and a comic walks by, and I go, hey, what's up, man? He goes, hey, what are you guys doing? And I go, sit down. And Nate stared at me angrily for about a half an hour.
I had this years ago with Bob. I mean, different strokes for different folks. But Bobby Kelly, this is 10 years ago now. We were at a cigar lounge
Yep.
and talking comedy. And some guy was like, hey, I heard you guys talking comedy. What are you, comedians?
Oh, no.
And then Bob was like, yeah, we're comedians. And I was like, oh, what are you, crazy?
Yeah, that was bad.
Then it turns into like, what do you think of Eddie Murphy? Well, I don't know. And, these comedy fans, obviously our fans are like the greatest, but there's like some people out there that are like, for my money, there's nobody better ever than old Carrot Top. He's got a big mop of red hair or whatever.
Well, Seinfeld, you try to chit-chat with him. You don't want to fuck it up. You want it to go well. If I bring up Cars, he ices me.
Really?
Well, because I don't know as much as he does, so it's like comedy to him where he's like, I can't do this with you because I don't want to slow down with my car knowledge because of your dumbass.
Interesting, because some people, they want to really tell you about it. Because I know certain comedians that are popular.
Yep.
Where if you tell them, hey, I don't know anything about this, that's their wet dream.
Yes.
They're like, well, you better sit down because I got a nice monologue about that thing for you.
I was trying to, bait him a little bit, like, here we go, baby, because I just want to keep him talking. You just want to keep him on the hook, and I mentioned, hey, I got this Beamer, and he was like, yeah, it's a 73. What are you going to do?
Interesting.
And he is having no part. I've texted him, iced. He always answers a text, but if it's about cars, he won't answer it. Hey, folks. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Racing thoughts are the worst. They're constantly reminding you of the stupid things you said 5 years ago or making you have an existential crisis at 3 a.m. Don't I know it? A great way to lessen those thoughts is to talk through them in therapy with BetterHelp. BetterHelp is totally online, is convenient, flexible, and suited to fit your schedule. With appointments by phone, video call, or even message, make therapy work for your lifestyle. We love therapy. We got Big Al, but I'll tell you, sometimes it's hard to get down there. Sometimes you got to trek all the way to his office. This is the way to go, folks. Do it from home. Do it from Zoom. Do it from your text, even a phone call. That's all you need. So this is pretty damn convenient. Getting started is easy. Take a short quiz to get matched with a licensed therapist. If your therapist isn't thrilling you, don't panic. You can swap therapist with a click of a button, like a wife. It's basically like Tinder, but for your mental health. I know you'll meet the perfect match. Get on it. Get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Tuesdays today. Get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/Tuesdays. Get on it and fix your head.
Gotta fix that head. Folks, Tuesdays with Stories is also brought to you, of course, you know who. You know what I'm going to say before I even say it. I hope you're wearing a pair right now. It's Sheath Underwear, of course. It's time to give ourselves some Melvins and show you wearing our favorite Sheath Underwear. Oh, that's part of the ad now.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
There it is.
Look at that. We don't have to look. I got the
There she blows. Oh, I like those camis. My wife goes crazy for the camis. I think she wanted a real man.
Yeah, also, you can't see my dong because the camouflage.
George is saying, cut it. You know them. We love them. With a pouch for your dick and one for your balls, you'll be comfortable no matter the weather. Available in tons of cool patterns and colors. I'm wearing Denver, or what do you call it, Colorado ones. I'm not from Colorado, but I like Colorado. I dated a girl from there. She broke my heart.
Cocky Mountain High.
Hey, count it. I love Sheath Underwear. What more can I say? I mean, I can't believe you don't have Sheath Underwear if you don't have it. It's like that scene in High Fidelity. Don't tell anyone you don't own Blonde on Blonde. Don't tell anyone you don't have Sheath Underwear. Mm-hmm. They're silky. They're smooth. There's different pouches for your balls. It's the best. It keeps my balls smelling well. They're always got cool new collections being added, like the all-new Raptor line, designed by MMA fighter Donald Cowboy Cerrone.
Wow.
I love them. I can't wait for Skankfest. He always lays a few on us, which is the best. They're in the gift basket there.
Oh, yeah.
You got to get them. All the cool kids are doing it. Go to sheathunderwear.com. Use code TUESGAYS to get 20% off your first order. Plus, Sheath Underwear's 100% money-back guarantee. That's sheathunderwear.com, promo code TUESGAYS. Get Sheath Underwear, support the show, support your balls.
Yo-ho! Tuesday's Stories brought to you by DraftKings. We've had a boring 7 months without NFL games, but the fun is finally back. DraftKings, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is giving you a can't-miss offer for Week 1. New customers can get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 on any NFL game. All customers can snag 2 new offers every single game day this September. So download the app and see what you get. Download now and use code Tuesdays to sign up. New customers get to take home 200 clams bonus instantly just for betting $5. That's a steal. That's code Tuesdays only on DraftKings Sportsbook, on official sports betting partner and official sports betting partner of the NFL. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NEW-YORK or NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for gambling as well. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 age varies just by jurisdiction, void in Ontario. What the hell?
That's all in there?
Yeah.
What?
New customers
What
can
is
get
this, a meeting?
I know. New customers can get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet $5 on any NFL game. Download DraftKings app and use code Tuesdays today.
Oh, back to the show. Yeah, well, the thing is about cars.
Yeah, he doesn't like the chit-chat unless you know your stuff. And it's the same. I think it's the same with football. I don't know anything about football, so I'm not going to go, hey, how about those Packers, huh? You're going to go, this is not fun for me.
Well, sometimes, to me, it's the person with the less knowledge that has to say so. Because sometimes I have this with sports. I'm a big sports guy, but I don't follow off-season sports, and I don't care about contracts and all that.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll be talking to somebody, and they're like, well, yeah, but what do you think about the salary cap? And I'm like, I don't know anything about the salary cap. I don't care about the salary cap.
Right.
And I have this with off-season. People are like, hey, what did you think of the Patriots picked up old Skibbity Bapparoo? And I'm like, I didn't even know they picked up Skibbity Bapparoo. I like to turn it on and say, oh, they got this guy.
Right. I see. You don't like the behind the scenes and all that.
Yeah, but anyway, my point is that sometimes you have to be like, oh, I don't follow it to that level.
Sure.
Which you have to feel people out with that all the time. Sometimes people are like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm a tennis fan. And you go, oh, my God, what about farty pants? And then they're like, oh, I don't know farty pants. And you're like, oh, okay. So yeah, let me make an adjustment.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's like Seinfeld. People are like,
Yes.
TV show. People are like, I love Seinfeld. And then you go,
What do you think of
pilot is in the audience. And they're like, what pilot?
Yeah.
And you go, oh,
The
okay.
show pilot? No, different pilot. That's a good point. Well, we just left Thomas Edison rest stop. He's from this area, obviously, Edison, New Jersey. They named it after him. Smart guy, inventor. Had the original Hollywood. And everybody fled and went to Cali because he had too many rules.
No kidding.
Yeah, I never told you this? Huh?
In Astoria?
No, that was just a network, or what do you call it, a studio.
Uh-huh.
But Thomas Edison invented the camera, and so he said, I'm going to be a movie guy and make movies. And everybody said, great. And then he goes, you can't do it this way, you got to do it that way, you got to do it this way. And everybody said, fuck this guy. And they moved all the way across the country and started their own thing, and that became the Hollywood we know today.
Wow.
And so it just goes to show you, queefs, you make too many rules, and people are going to bail out and start their own shit.
YouTube.
Well, yeah.
It all comes back
Yep.
to, what's it called? Not suppression. When
Innovation.
when they tell you can't talk.
Censorship.
Censorship.
Yes.
God damn you, Edison.
I
Light
know.
bulb.
You
Oh, wait.
blew it.
Speaking of Edison, how do you feel about the film The Prestige?
Hugh Jack.
Hugh Jackman, who I think might stink, I'm not sure.
Who's the other guy in it? Bale?
Christian Bale.
Oh, I thought it was fun.
Fun movie. Christian Bale's amazing. Love the Bale. Love Scarlett Johansson.
Hey, Bale.
Like Nolan.
Yes,
But so that
Nolan.
movie, it's just sci-fi? Isn't that upsetting?
So
Is
she's
that
just a
upsetting?
liar, right?
Is that upsetting to anybody else?
Wait. I haven't seen it in about a dog's age. What happens here?
The whole thing at the end, the trick is, I mean, the whole movie revolves around Tesla, played by David Bowie, and Edison, and he's in there. I mean, I don't think he appears,
Wait, I thought
but
they were magicians.
they're magicians.
Okay.
But they're working with Edison and Tesla.
Oh, is that
And then
right?
Tesla just invents a cloning machine.
What?
Like they clone Hugh Jackman.
I think I dozed off.
And so I read a review that was great that we're passing through Edison.
Yeah.
There's a review that someone was like, hey, I love a sci-fi thriller, but you got to let me know I'm watching a sci-fi thriller. And I was like, that's exactly how I felt.
Yeah, you got to let me know.
I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Because it's all historic. Like, if you have historical characters, I'm like, oh, like at least, in Django.
And Glorious.
Glorious Bastards is what I meant. And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, you're like, okay, this is an alternate history film.
Yes.
I'm watching this movie the whole time, and they got horses and carriages and breast milk and whatever else. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like the supernatural. It's a cop-out. It's easy.
Which, again, I'm like, I'll watch a supernatural if that's what I'm watching. I'm watching a horror movie where kids come back to life or whatever. I'm like, whoa, look out. But, I mean, you're cloning? No clone.
No clone. We barely have cloning now. You can't have cloning in the 30s or whatever that was, the 20s.
And then I also don't care for a movie.
Attack of the Clones.
A movie that has, the twist is, twin brother.
Oh,
and you're like,
oldest twist in the book. Get a new twist.
I'm like, that's the Hulk Hogan did this with Earl and the other Hefner.
My name is Earl. Yeah, exactly. Duke of Earl. No, the whole thing's a cop-out. You couldn't think of a way out of it. You wrote yourself into a corner, and you had to go with the clone.
The twin.
It's a clone zone.
The twin and the clone and the king and the duck.
Yeah, Clonan O'Brien. I don't care for it. I'm with you. I forgot about that. I must have dozed off or started eating out of man. I didn't notice that part, but I don't like it.
Don't get me wrong. I liked the film. I liked it very much. It's a good film, and I'll rewatch it knowing that I'm watching a science fiction film.
Yeah.
And a twin film.
Sure. Yes, twins. Another film.
You got a twin, and you got a sci-fi. Have a warning on the box, just a heads up.
Yes.
We're going to be cloning people. We want to look the same.
What is The Greatest Showman? That's another magician movie with two guys feuding.
That's a Hugh Jackman.
Another Hugh
also,
Jackman. It's very confusing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Story of Barnum and Bailey or Barnum.
Oh, no kidding.
Well, they came out close.
Is it kind of a musical?
Is it?
It's a complete musical. The music is incredible. I love it.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Check it out, because I like a musical, and I love magicians. I'm a huge... Where do you fall on magic? Red lights? We're stopping? Oh, my Christ. That was crazy.
Oh, man. I thought we were going to die there. My life flashed.
The number one rule of driving, and I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to all the people at home, anyone who happens to be listening. This is the number one thing I was taught when learning to drive.
Whoa.
And yikes.
Getting jerked around here. Beef jerky.
What the fuck is that? Is that medieval times? What is that?
It is.
I never noticed that before.
Wow. I've always wanted we should go.
Medieval times is awesome. That's not actually medieval times.
Oh, it was a castle of sorts.
Medieval times rules. I went once with Becca.
Oh, jeez.
We had a great time.
Get the man a tissue.
There was no utensils, but there was Pepsi. One of the great lines. Dude, I got a lot of tables. Every time I see Janine, I tell her, I'm like, you have one of the great lines in the history of American cinema.
Yes.
In Cable Guy, where she goes, dude, I got a lot of tables.
Too good. The Silence of the Lambs. Hello, Clarice.
Sarah and I do that line all the time. But the number one rule of driving for anyone, no one in particular, anyone listening anywhere that happens to be sitting in the car.
Yep.
You see red, you have to take your foot off the gas, either cover the brake or start pressing. We were accelerating into brake lights. Do you have any defense?
It was far enough away. 10 car lengths.
10?
That was 10.
10 car lengths, but they were braking and we were accelerating.
Oh, boy. It's common physics.
Apology accepted.
All right. There you go. We should have gotten an Uber.
I tell everyone, my nephew, I say, you see red lights, take your foot off the gas, take your foot off the, okay.
You got it. Yeah. Remember the driving the student driver? The passenger seat had a big-ass brake.
Yes.
That was crazy.
That was wild, and God bless those people. You look back, I'm sorry, Chuck, I'm teasing, I'm having a good time. I feel very safe with you in the car.
Just joking about the Uber. I like Lyft. But yeah, he had Mr. Hanley was our guy. He was a big Vietnam vet, Marine, flat top motherfucker. Looked like Howie Long.
I forget our guy's name. He was big and he had bad breath. I can't remember him.
Yeah, he always had the short sleeves buttoned down with the tie.
Yes.
That was a big look, and he had the crazy glasses, and he had a brake the size of my dad's dick, and he would push that thing, and you're like, dude, I got it. Like, you're actually making me freak out with the brake.
Yeah, but I want to say,
Give me a break.
hats off to all these people out there that we probably hated or annoyed by. Like the guy who signs up, like, I'll teach 14-year-old kids how to drive.
I know.
That is bold.
Oh, that's Bob Newhart's bit.
Oh, is it? What's the bit?
It's a whole bit about student driver. He's like, who's the hero that's willing to do that?
Well, I mean, he hit the nail right on the head
Oh, yeah, he was good.
because that is a terrifying gig.
Terrifying. Especially, we were all drinking. It was a wild time.
I failed my first driver's test.
Whoa, let's hear it.
Oh, man, I wanted to just die. It was so bad.
That's brutal.
Well, first of all, I'm sure I've told it a million times. We had a state trooper in our car with us. You had that?
Trooper?
Yeah.
Oh, you dealing fentanyl?
A state trooper in Massachusetts in the 90s, when you went out for your driver's test, a state trooper was the guy.
Was the driving guy.
Yeah.
The instructor. Holy shit. Did he have the hat and everything?
Oh, yeah, the full Nazi regalia. He was
Wow. Heil.
there. And my best friend, Derek, he went to do the test. He went to back up, and you look back, and he just backhanded the guy in the face as he reached backwards.
Oh, man.
Just slapped him in the face. But he passed. I didn't slap mine in the face. I still failed.
Wow. I remember it well. 10 and 2, adjust the mirror, seat belt, look out the side mirror, pull out, the whole thing.
Don't have your foot on the accelerator if the car in front of you is braking. I remember that pretty well.
Yeah, that was A number 1 with a bullet.
Yes, sir. But any farts, I was driving and my mother was in the back seat, and maybe that threw me. But
Oh, wow. What was she doing there? She trying to get go to the store for some milk?
you're supposed to have a parent with you. I don't know. It's different up there. I
We
guess.
didn't have that.
Well, so anyways, I was driving and the light turned yellow.
Uh-oh.
As I was going, it was like where this overpass is, whatever, 200 yards, 100 yards, 50 yards, whatever makes me look the best.
Yep.
And I went through it, but it was fully yellow. I remember thinking, like, this is bad, but, watched it. It never turned red. It was a full yellow light, and I thought that was better than being like,
Yes,
stop at the red light.
Exactly.
So I thought, like, okay, that was actually good. I didn't slam on the brakes, no problems. And then she said, okay, now make a left at this next street.
Uh-huh.
And for whatever reason, I said, okay. And I saw the street sign. And I went, there it is. There's the left. I'm going to make a left at that. And then I didn't realize there was a street in between the street I caught my gaze. And so I took the left, and she said, pull over.
Whoa.
And I said, oh, okay. And she said, you went through a yellow light, and you missed the turn I told you to take.
Jesus.
And she said, switch seats, you fucking piece of shit.
Wow.
And it was horrible, and I had taken it during school hours, whatever reason, that was the only thing. So I returned to school.
Yeah.
And my history class, everyone just started clapping. They're like, there he is.
Oh, no.
There's the big boy.
You popped your cherry.
And I had to be like, no, I failed.
Oh, my Lord.
And they were like, what? And it was so humiliating, much like the feeling I have now with my special, dying on the vine.
Did you yell cunt as well?
Yeah, they said, you said cunt in the 25th minute. We can't tell anybody. And so I dropped my head, and everyone, put their arm around me and said, that's okay, champ.
Oh, man. What a nice little community of a high school you had. No one knew my name. Everybody was Indian. It smelled weird.
Well, you may not believe me to look at it, but I was quite popular in high school.
Really? I could see that. Tall, runner, gay.
I mean, I was the king of school spirit, face painting, the whole works. I was always putting together the big thing.
Blackface.
So, literally, black and red face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fun. It's like Becca's underwear. Little blood in there.
Boy, I think her brother's a Tuesday, by the way, so he's hearing this. Oh, yeah, big time.
Sorry, Mr. Becca.
Shout out.
What's his name? You'll have to say it.
I think his name's Mark.
Hey!
How about that?
All right, I'll take it.
There you go. So, yeah, shout out to Mark. If you're still listening, don't tell your sister about this.
What do you think's more common, my name or your name?
Oh, my name by 1,000.
Well, you got 1,000 because you got the average Joe Six Pack. Like Joe is even Joe. And Joe is like the name you say for a common name.
Not your average Joe
Yes.
Bag of Donuts.
Yes.
Well, I think it's so biblical.
Joe Blow.
Is Mark biblical too?
It's biblical.
But Joe is like Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. It's even in that.
Ooh, but I got Mark, Luke, and John.
Who are
John
they?
might be in a conversation as well.
Well, you know the most popular name in the world.
Muhammad.
That's correct.
Which I tried to write a bit about because I'm like, the guy you worship is the most popular. That'd be like if I was like, my mom's sick, please, Mike. You know,
Right.
like, it's weird that it's Muhammad. It's a popular name.
That's very funny.
Oh, maybe I'll bring it back.
Yeah.
It never worked.
Because Jesus is popular, but Jesus isn't.
Yeah, you never see a Jesus. You might get a Jesus on a construction site or a landscape.
Right. Come to Jesus.
Come to Jesus moment.
Right.
But yeah. Joe, I guess Joe takes it.
Joe's got to be more popular. I mean, just think of celebrity. Who are the Mark celebrities?
Well, you got Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, yeah, Marky Mark.
Mark Summers, Mark Maron.
If Mark Summers is your second, I mean, we're in trouble here. Mark Ruffalo.
there we
Who's
go.
the Mark from Blink-182?
Yes. What's it? Mark Curry.
Mark Curry, yeah. Different spelling.
Yeah, the C is tough.
Marco
Mark
Rubio.
Ippolito.
Mark.
He runs the Rochester Comedy Club.
Are there any Mark politicians? There's no President Mark.
No, I guess not. Yeah, Mark.
Market Zero.
Check mark. X marks the spot. Market price.
Who else? Mark Chapman. Mark David
Hey,
Chapman.
there we go.
Celebrity murderer. Who else are famous Marks?
Yeah, boy, you're right. I'm scraping the barrel here.
Well, let's go Joes. You got Joe Pesci, Joe Theismann,
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, Joe Kennedy,
Joe Jehovah's Witness. You got there's
it
also women named Joe.
There's a baseball player named Joe Panic, which we were at the San Francisco Giants game with Soder, and he came up and I said, Joe Panic, that's me. And it really killed. I was very happy with it.
Well, then you got Joe Piscopo and Joe Pepitone.
Piscopo Pepitone.
Yeah.
Joe Dante. Joe Joseph. A lot of Josephs,
Joe
too.
Zimmerman.
Yeah. Boy, we're scraping bottom here, too. Let's give me who are the famous movie Joes? Joey Lawrence.
Yeah, you go.
Joe, who's the New Kids on the Block? He was huge. Joey Fatone.
Joey
different group.
McIntyre.
Joe McIntyre, yeah. Joey McIntyre.
Yeah.
Jonas Hill. Joe Namath.
Joe Namath, yeah.
He's a big Joe.
I
Joe, you know what I mean, Joe Montana.
That's the one.
Uncle Joey Gladstone.
Yeah.
There's some Joey, too. Joey Diaz.
There you go.
Judge Joe Brown.
Oh, that counts.
Okay. Boy, we're really losing the crowd here.
Yeah, all right. Retention is low. Let's pick it back up.
All right, back. Story time. Who's got a story? By the way,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Umar. This is a different kind of episode, I guess. I haven't seen Umar since your wedding.
Oh, yeah, I guess I haven't either.
He's on the live podcast. Shake Shack, quarter mile.
Oh, I could do a custard like you wouldn't believe.
All right.
Is Shake Shack your number one burger?
Chuck really feels like our dad right now.
You're like, please,
We're like,
Dad.
hey, Dad, look at that, Shake Shack. And he's like, no, we got to keep going. We got to get the
Just
episode.
throwing it out there, and you're the dad, so you buy.
We literally pulled over so Chuck could fix stuff in the car. We wanted to go get snacks. He said no.
I have not eaten a bite today. I had a banana.
All right.
I guess that counts as a bite, but isn't that weird that in the old days a banana was like, hey, I had a banana. That was like a meal. Not a meal, but it was sustenance. Now you eat a banana and you feel gay.
Well, this is what it's like to hang out with Sarah's family. It's like a nightmare. I mean, I eat 4,000, and Monis is the same way. I eat 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day.
That's a lot.
My wife's family eats 350. They think cheese and crackers is a meal. That's like
No.
lunch. I'm not kidding.
That's no good.
Maybe
no
a couple
bueno.
grapes. Maybe a grape.
A grape? What am I, a toddler?
3 grapes, 5 crackers, 4 pieces of cheese.
What?
And then they make fun of me, and I show up with a fucking tray of lasagna, and they just wolf it. And I'm like, you guys are malnutrition. Now,
Yeah.
whatever that word is.
Is that a fat shaming thing? You know, because a lot of people, these older folk, they've been beaten into them that they can't gain weight.
I'm not sure. They're British, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, they're not good eaters, you know. But my lady's the same way. Her family will eat at her family's house, and you get 2 strips of green bean, like 3 green beans. You get a piece of chicken with no skin, grilled chicken, and just a tiny little dollop of mashed potato. And I go, just give me the bowl, bitch.
My family's the opposite. We have 2 dinners. We eat dinner at 7 and 10.
I love it.
There's pizza everywhere. There's burgers everywhere. There's wings everywhere.
Yeah, you guys had cookies on the counter, I remember.
Cookies I mean, we're just fat fucks. I mean, we just go, we go hog wild.
I love that. Yeah, I was too scared to eat those cookies, but I saw them.
Driving through Freehold, birthplace of Bruce Springsteen.
Woo! The boss.
I was born right here on Randolph Street in Freehold.
There you go.
Anyways, so this is an interesting episode. We're driving down to the Atlantic Highway looking for a love getaway.
Doing the live episode.
Yeah, driving by a big Amazon factory over here.
Wow, look at that. That's where it all happens.
It's all pipes. But yeah, doing the live episode in Philadelphia. I think we sold about 45 tickets.
Yeah,
We're
it's
taking a bath.
It's a little more than half. And I told DeRosa it was sold out, so we'll see how that goes.
Did you get an update from the Pooch?
Pooch.
It was after 5, and I felt bad reaching out.
Oh, okay, good. That's good. I don't know.
Is
Is DeRosa coming?
Yeah, he's in.
Oh, big time. DeRosa will be there. Him and I will fist fight over something, I'm sure.
Can't wait.
Oh, God, I'm getting a text from my mother.
Oh, God. Ask her about the cookies.
Wait, we got to get back into some old swinging stories.
Yes. What the hell were we talking
Caroline's,
Caroline.
Peru. You must have some ex-girlfriends. You only have 2 girlfriends, it feels like, in your whole life.
Well, I had a high school sweetheart I dated for 11 or 12 years.
Yikes.
It just gets comfortable, you know? You just go, all right, we're dating, and I'm too lazy to do anything else.
Of course.
Oh, I think
we
that
lost
camera
his camera.
died.
We got the good one.
Now, how did GoPros make it so far with the shitty... They always die.
Yeah, it's more like go amateur.
Yeah.
So yeah, you had Megan. Can you say her name? We can bleep
Yeah,
it.
Megan. She was
Megan.
a nice, lovely lady.
Loved her. We
Yes.
went to Coney Island together.
That's right.
No, not you. The 3 of us. The 2 of us.
Huh?
Her and I went.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I missed that. Wonder Wheel.
No, yeah, the 3 of us went out there. I remember it being fun.
Yeah, it was great. We were pretty sloppy.
Ooh, boy, were we ever.
We did the bumper cars toasted.
Yeah, I was banged up. Yeah, I think we did bumper cars and maybe something else. What, we have a gig out there?
I don't even think we did. Or maybe we did a murder fish show.
I think it was a murder fest.
Wow, that's a blast from the dick.
Yeah, I think it was a murder fist show, and you had to take the train to Avenue X because I remember
Yes.
being like, "This sounds like a lair of a villain." I got a laugh
Yes.
from her, and I was like, "Okay, maybe I'm in."
Yes.
But
I remember her. She was nervous around you because she was just a nervous person around new people.
Oh, jeez.
And she goes, "Who's your favorite comic?" You go, and I guess Louis. And she goes, "Oh yeah, Louis. Louis great." Isn't that weird? That was your favorite comic, and then cut to a couple years later, and you're blowing him.
Yeah, we have sex pretty frequently.
Not bad.
That's really something. And I remember being at your apartment in the Lower East, back above
Yes.
pianos, and you had that dog that would be like.
Everybody hated that
thing.
dog. It was a little Chihuahua, and it died of brain cancer.
Oh, geez. Well, I remember the day it died, and you showed up to podcast,
Yeah.
and I had to be like, "You gotta leave. We'll do this another day."
Yeah, I was on stage at Union Hall, and she was texting me like, "I'm at the vet. They're putting it down. Where the fuck are you?" And I had to
jeez.
run out of there and go see the dog die.
Yeah, you came the next day, and it's funny because now times have changed. I was like, "Get out of here! It's a podcast. Who gives a shit? You fucking psycho!"
Yeah.
And you were like, "Maybe you're right," but now I'd be like, "Who gives a shit? It's a dog. We got to make money here."
Yes. Wow, that's a real 180. That was one annoying pooch.
Yeah.
I'm talking about your manager.
Um,
No, I love the manager. That dog was rough, though, because it was shitting water by the end because it was so brain damaged it couldn't find the pee pad. So it just shit next to it, and I wanted to kick it right in its broken head.
jeez. Yeah, it's a
But-
weird thing about an animal. It starts dying. and you're
Yeah, it was
like, "All
bumping
right."
into walls. It was a sad sight.
Well, what can you do? And you ever talk to her?
Yeah, she's married, has a kid, and she works at
Wow.
CNN.
What?
Yeah, well, she just does graphics for CNN or HBO. Like all these companies hire her. She's a brilliant illustrator.
Oh, yeah. She created ours.
Yeah, that's
Tuesdays with
right.
Stories. That's right.
Whoa, is that right?
Yeah, I think we gave her $11.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I had to eat her ass out.
Wow.
How about that?
Well, I guess I owe her one, too. I mean, we're...
Hit her up. The husband, the new
dude.
husband, will be fine with it. He's very intimidated by me, which is fun.
Oh, that is fun.
Just-
Well, your wife's ex-boyfriend's a celebrity. That's something.
Whoa, I'm that guy.
Yeah, you are. Luckily,
like-
your dick is tiny.
That's true. That helps. He's like an MMA guy, too, so he'd probably mop the floor with me, but he's got a ponytail.
By the way, we waited too long to stop. Now this one, the last one had Shake Shack. The one before that had Chipotle. This one has Burger King and Nathan's from
What are
Coney
they?
Island.
Oh, hey, bringing it back.
I ordered pizzas for us at the venue.
I'm off bread.
We got to eat before then, too.
Damn it.
I'll eat the lunch and the pizza.
Yes, like your house.
Steak and cheese across the street, Philly cheesesteaks.
Come on, stop trying to change us. We want the highway.
Yeah,
Give us the
highway. Come on,
baby.
Dad.
You go in there, you make some... What'd you get, a haircut?
Yeah, I had the hat on.
Eee.
I know.
We got to... I love the highway. You get off, you steal some
Yes.
stuff, you get the Starbucks, the
Yes.
Burger King. I don't care for Burger King, but you know what I mean.
What do they call a Whopper in Europe? I don't know. I didn't go to Burger King.
I didn't go into Burger King.
I just rewatched it. So good.
This whole movie about hamburgers? Remember that one? Norm. Yeah, that's a great film. Hell of a film. Rape right in there. I was 12 years old, sitting in the living room, watching with my dad, just watching a man just fuck a big black man in the ass against his will.
Yeah, those were the days. That's what you call bonding.
That's
or
what
bondage.
that's what I look forward to having a son, is being like, check this man-on-man rape out, son.
Yeah. Now, what do you think's in the suitcase, huh?
Well, you see that interview, there's that great interview with Sam Jackson. They asked him what he thinks in there. He goes, I don't think. I know. I was there. It's a battery pack and a light bulb.
Oh.
Good line.
Oh, that's fun.
Well, I
Sometimes-
think it's just a red herring type of thing.
You don't think the Band-Aid on the back of the neck is anything?
I mean, not according to them. It was like he cut himself shaving bullshit, but I don't know.
Okay, just felt very deliberate.
Yeah, everything feels deliberate in the film. I don't know. I don't think someone was, as I know, there's a theory about the soul escaped out of his neck, and they came in his ass, and that gave him back his soul.
And it's a 666 combination lock.
Right.
So that throws you off a little. It's all tricky.
Yeah, it's all pipes, but hell of a film. And then there's two different versions of that opening thing.
Really?
Everybody be cool. This is a robbery.
Yeah.
Her line is different both times.
What do you mean both times? Like in the
She
end?
says, any of you pricks move and I'll execute every last motherfucking one of you.
Yeah.
At the beginning. And then at the end, she says it's slightly different.
Oh, interesting. Guess they flubbed that.
I can't tell if it's a flub or if it's on purpose or if it's supposed to be dreamy and gay or what. Because it seems weird that they would just totally flub it.
Yeah, be cool, honey bunny.
I saw a flub in Swingers when I watched it the other day.
Oh, lay it on me, fatty.
The blackjack scene,
Yep.
when he has the 11, the double down scene,
Yep.
they show a shot of his 11. There's already 2 chips there before it comes to him.
Oh, good eye.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that one.
Well done. Well, we got to be way over an hour here. Oh, okay.
Oh, great.
Well, let's eat.
Dad, come on. It's Burger King and Nathan's. Seriously, we missed Shake Shack and take Burger King. I'm so sad.
And we still got a good 45 to go here.
Shake Shack.
What do we got here?
This is Burger King and Nathan's and Auntie Anne's.
Z Market. What the hell's that?
And
I'll put it in the GPS. You want a Shake Shack?
A Chipotle or what are you thinking? A diner?
yeah, well, you're the hungrier one. A Chick-fil-A I could do, a Chipotle I can do, a diner we could do.
A diner might take too long, although we do have ample time.
Yeah, diner's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. Sure. Are you all right with that?
I'm okay with Chipotle. I'm always okay with Chipotle.
Okay.
I probably have gift cards in my...
Ooh-wee.
I probably have a gift card right in the old satchel here.
I burned mine up. By the way, for the pod, people at home, I had 32 minutes. I had the magical gift card that never ended. It finally ended. Yeah, we had a good run. I was at the grocery store, and she said, no dice.
I could use a piss, too.
25 minutes away?
For the Chipotle.
I know, but we might as well keep going at that point. I mean, that's more than half of the ride.
Well, I don't know. I mean, well, let's see what happens on the highway.
All right,
the
all
highway's
right.
jammed with broken heroes and a last chance power drive. Well, should we wrap this thing up?
You're going my way.
All right.
I want to
Well, we'll wrap it up. This is an interesting one. We're going to get a lot of hate, a lot of love, a lot of dicks.
Yeah.
I'm being suppressed.
Put them all in my ass. Go watch Joe's special. Keep the numbers up. Comment, share is a good singer.
Yeah, she's okay. What was that song?
You know.
On the battleship.
Do you
If I
turn back time? Yeah.
Give it all to you.
Yeah, my dick is confused when it sees Cher because it's like, oh, she's got the outfit and she's thin and famous, but then you look right at it and it's a little rough.
She reminds me of Angelica Houston.
Yeah,
Very talented, but just not my cup.
She's got something. There's an appeal there, a YouTube appeal, but I wouldn't say there's a natural beauty
Yeah.
or a classic beauty, I should say.
No.
But I bet her and Nicholson really roughed it up.
Oh, Houston.
Yeah.
Did he fuck Cher also?
No.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge, but he had a hell of a run.
Yeah, he sure did.
Porn Star was on Howard Stern, early 90s, whenever that was, and she said Nicholson had the biggest dong.
Really?
Yeah, fun fact.
Wow, it's so interesting because he's like balding. He's not, whatever you call it, attractive. Like,
Yeah.
What was the word you used?
Classic handsome.
Yeah, and then he
Traditional.
broke older.
Yeah.
But he just has so much
Talent, charisma.
He's
Yes.
so charismatic, that guy.
Captivating. You can't take your eyes off that ugly Mick.
He is the movie star.
Yeah. So talented. What's his story? Where'd he come from? Is he Jersey?
I think he is Jersey. I think he is. I know he's like a Yankee fan, refused to use the Boston stuff.
Oh,
I think it's
then
New Jersey or
went
New
to the
York.
Lakers.
I think it's New Jersey, but yeah, huge Laker. Well, he's one of these guys, Yankees Lakers, which is like fucking Ari's horseshit Yankees Cowboys.
Oh.
And he's from Maryland. It just makes me furious. It's borderline. I can't be friends with you.
Wow.
And I always come back.
Hey, borderline. Yeah,
just
yeah.
keep
I'm going
on
to guess New
pushing.
Jersey,
I believe it is New Jersey.
which would be appropriate for this pod.
And he's old as shit, but yeah, he's great. He's fun to watch.
Now, yeah, what was it? 5 Easy Pieces?
5 Easy Pieces is great.
Was his first?
That was his first. I don't know if that was it wasn't his first film. I mean, Easy Rider was before 5 Easy
okay.
Pieces, but that was like his Academy Award nomination thing.
Yeah.
And then he had that, and then Chinatown and Cuckoo's Nest, all kind of like back to back to back.
Wow.
But Easy Rider, he's in some weird B movies early on.
Oh, okay.
Because he was like 38 in Cuckoo's Nest.
Wow.
He's old as fuck.
Yeah, that is old.
Like you see like Bruce Dern in like Hollywood, like in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and he's like, "Brah!"
Yeah.
And that's Nicholson. They're like boys. They're the same generation.
Well, the question is, because he's got to be 80s,
Yeah.
we should do a bet on when he dies. Like give a year out and put a cap on it.
Well, I heard he was close, and then he started showing up at Laker games again. I heard he had Alzheimer's and all this stuff.
Oh, gee. Well, he did a lot of blow.
Yes, famously, and did it late in his life. I have a story about that, but it's not my story to tell, but I'll just say this.
Ooh.
He was still doing it late in life.
All right. I guess that means you did it with him. I don't know what that's alluding to.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you off air. Maybe we'll put it on the Patreon.
Can't wait. All right. Well, that's it, folks. We got to hear this story on the Patreon, but we're going to go do a show.
Yeah, wacky episode. We know. We're in the cut. We're trying to make it work. Mark's going to Europe for a couple of years.
All right.
And
Australia before that.
So it's a weird time to be alive, and I'm about to have a child, so we're going to have some funky episodes, but we're making it work. And I think there was some great stuff in this episode.
I love this episode, and I think they'll love that we did it on the road, and it changes up the pace.
Yes, Pace University,
Yes,
which is the
yes.
shirt that is right here. The very pants I was returning. You
Oh,
can't see
wow.
me. My camera died 3 hours ago. Nobody cares. But I got, where am I going to be? Oh, we're driving to Philly right now. I'm in Philly, Helium, October 5th through the 7th.
That's a
And
hot
that's
one.
a big market for us, so let's really blow the shit out of that fucking
That'll
asshole.
sell out.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. That'll be a nice thing right before the baby. And then October 19th to the 21st, literally days before my baby is born, I will be at Royal Oak, and I always do real well there. I always appreciate all you Michiganders. Go Blue.
Great club.
Come out to that one. And we'll probably see at Skankfest this weekend. I don't know when this comes out. Maybe it's actually sooner than that.
Yeah,
and
can't
Nashville, September 21st to the 23rd. I got some huge,
great clubs,
fucking market clubs coming up. So come on, do it.
Hell yeah! By the way,
Mark Cuban, I'm a celebrity. Sorry.
Oh, good one. By the way, we did Joe Fury. Oh, that was a comic. I think he quit. Sorry. By the way, we did Skanks last night, and Che was on, and I said, Che, are you going to Skankfest? He goes, I don't know. And I go, if the writer's strike is still going on, you got to make a deal to do it. He said, okay, I'll do it. So he'll be there.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And he hates me now. But, I'll be all over the place. Geez Louise, marknormancomedy.com, Denver, Grand Junction, doing all kinds of wacky, Dallas. So say hello, go gay, we'll see you in hell, soup to nuts, enough for everybody. What do you got, Chucko, the driver?
Check out my podcast, Fun Bearable. I don't know when this is going to come out. It's funbearablepod.com. Lots of fun interviews. Mark and Joe, everybody. Mike Cannon. I don't know who else is on it, but a bunch of people.
Sweet.
Fun stuff.
You heard it here first, folks.
George is saying cut it.
Thank you. Where are the cameras?